What if your phone case didn't just protect your phone, but actually added new buttons and expanded what your phone can do? That's exactly the idea behind the new Pitaka cases for the Galaxy S26 series, and they might be one of the most interesting accessories launching alongside Samsung's latest flagship. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. Samsung's Galaxy S26 lineup is already designed to be powerful and feature-packed, but Pitaka is trying to push the experience even further by turning the phone case itself into a customizable control hub. Instead of just protecting your device, these cases introduce something called the aramid button system, three programmable buttons that can trigger almost anything on your phone. And that changes the way you interact with your device. Think about how often you open the same apps, toggle the flashlight, start a voice assistant, or control smart home devices. Normally that takes a few taps and swipes, but with Pitaka's aramid buttons, those actions can be triggered instantly with a physical button on the case. The concept actually started last year when Pitaka launched something called the pin button for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now it's evolved into the aramid button system, and it's included in all of Pitaka's new Galaxy S26 cases. The way it works is surprisingly clever. Inside the case, there's an NFC chip that communicates with your phone. Each of the three buttons can be programmed to perform a specific action. That means one press could launch your favorite app, another could activate the flashlight, and another could trigger a smart home routine. You could even connect it to Samsung's SmartThings and control IoT devices around your house. For example, imagine pressing one button to turn on your room lights, another to open Spotify instantly, and a third to launch your camera. It's basically turning your phone case into a set of customizable shortcuts. And for people who rely heavily on their phones for productivity, that could be surprisingly useful. Pitaka is also launching a dedicated aramid button app to manage everything. Previously, the shortcuts were configured through Samsung's NFC settings, which wasn't the most convenient system. Now, the new app acts as a central hub where you can easily set up, import, and manage all your shortcuts. The company also upgraded the hardware inside the case. There's now more onboard memory and higher bandwidth for smoother communication with the phone. In simple terms, the buttons respond faster and more reliably. But of course, a phone case still needs to do the basic job well, protecting your phone. Pitaka is offering two main case styles for the Galaxy S26 series. The first one is called the Edge case, and it's designed for people who love the slim feel of their phone but still want some protection. It's incredibly thin, just about 1 millimeter, and weighs around 25 grams. The material used here is aerospace-grade aramid fiber, which is known for being extremely strong while staying lightweight. It's actually similar to materials used in aerospace and high-performance gear. Because of that, the case keeps your phone protected while still feeling almost like you're holding the phone without a case. Pitaka also keeps cutouts around the buttons instead of covering them completely. That way, you still get the natural feel of pressing the phone's original buttons rather than pressing through a thick layer of plastic. Another interesting detail is the texture. The raw aramid fiber weave creates a natural grip, which can make a big difference, especially with larger phones like the Galaxy S26 Ultra. If you're someone who often uses the S Pen while holding the phone with one hand, that extra grip could make the device much easier to handle. But if you want more protection, Pitaka also has the Cairn case. This version combines the same aramid fiber back with a TPU protective shell around the frame. The idea here is to increase durability without losing the premium design. The Cairn case also adds micro arches along the frame to improve grip, and the camera module gets a raised volcano-style edge to protect the lenses. Internally, the corners use something Pitaka calls arched corner cushioning, which helps disperse impact forces during a drop. According to the company, the case has been tested to survive drops of about 4 feet, roughly waist height, which is one of the most common accidental drop scenarios. So it's clearly built for people who want stronger protection without turning their phone into a bulky brick. Another interesting detail is the name of the aramid button itself. Pitaka named it after Aaron Swartz, an internet entrepreneur and internet activist who helped develop RSS and was one of the early co-owners of Reddit. He was known for advocating open access to information and a more accessible internet. So, in a way, the idea behind the name is about giving users more control and freedom over how they interact with technology. And in a sense, that's exactly what these cases are trying to do. Most phone accessories are pretty straightforward. Cases protect, chargers charge, and that's about it. But Pitaka's experimenting with something different, turning the phone case into an extension of the phone's functionality. Whether it's launching apps instantly, triggering automation, or controlling smart devices, those extra buttons could make everyday interactions faster and more convenient. Of course, it's not something everyone will need, but for people who love customizing their devices or streamlining their workflow, it's a surprisingly creative idea. And honestly, it's refreshing to see accessories doing more than just adding protection. Because sometimes the smallest hardware additions, like 3 tiny buttons, can completely change how you use your phone. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.